Okay, thanks, Andrew. As David pointed out, unfortunately, we can't show you the real results here today, but we can show you the direction we're going and what we intend to do, how we intend to analyze the data. So, as Andrew pointed out, we have the 50 samples, the 20 males, 20 females, 10 pooled, 5 spiked. And each institution received these with randomized identifiers. So the identifiers across the different institutions didn't match. We had templates given to them to put the processed results, and a customized website was developed with access control. By that I mean, once we're finished with it, each participating institution will be able to see their own data and only their own data, and then the administrators will be able to see all of the results until such time as everything is made available. So as it stands right now, we have data from 7 labs, and at least there will be at least 3 others participating depending on the status of the MTAs. So we hope to have at least 10 institutions participating in this round. You can see from the example here, we have different numbers of metabolites were detected from the low hundreds to above 1,000. And then in the column on the right, these are the number of analyses that were performed. And just to clarify what the analyses are, we have some NMR analyses, 1D and 2D NMR, and also several mass spec analysis. LC-MS-MS is probably the most popular analytical method of the 7 data sets we've received so far. We also have GC mass spec data, and then ICP-MS for metals, and also flow injection analysis, MS-MS as well. In terms of the general classes of metabolites analyzed, and these are the names given by the different institutions. So we have things like untargeted metabolomics and untargeted lipidomics, and then more discrete classes like carnitines, ceramides, TCA cyclointermediates, sterols, so on and so forth. And this list will probably get longer by the time we're finished. We've developed a customized website to store and view and analyze all of this data. As I mentioned, this will be access control, so the participating institution will have to log in and only see their own data, whereas the administrators will be able to see everyone's. So this is an example. This is just a dummy data set just to look at the viewing options. So on the left-hand side, you see the metabolite. We're going to look at the means, the standard deviations, the spread in the data in terms of percent RSD. On the right-hand side, we can have an online t-test between males and females. So the better the value, the better the discriminating power for that particular metabolite. So we have various tools for the users to actually peruse the data and analyze it that way. And we also have the facility to do the bar plots. On the left, you see the different groups of samples: male, female, pooled, spiked. And then on the right, you can look at the individual measurements for each individual sample. So on the red ones on the left are the males, the greens are the females, and the blue are the pool samples. So you can look at the variability and look for outliers across all the samples. So the major ring trial objectives are we want to look within an institution and look at the display of the different data sets depending on the instrumentation, GC-MS, LC-MS, NMR, and so on and so forth. We want to be able to look at the means, the standard deviations, the ranges, t-tests, look at some of the other statistical tools like PCA, LDA, relative log abundance. So these will all be built into this customized website, so it's just a matter of clicking a button. Obviously, you want to look at the success rate for male versus female calls. So how many did they get right? So out of 50, how many of the 50 did they correctly call? Obviously, the success rate with the spike-in identification. How many did they identify, and were they able to tell the range in terms of concentration? So these spike-in samples were spiked into the 5 samples in different amounts. Some didn't have any, some had some more. So the website will be able to display that. Then obviously we want to look across institutions. You know, which methods are better for identification of the male females or the spike-ins? Which classes can be of metabolites can be more reliably identified with which technique? You know, what are the protocols if there are say 2 groups have LC-MS data, but one is more comprehensive than the other? What are the differences in the protocols? So obviously we'll be monitoring the protocols very carefully as well. And so I think that's where we are right now, and it's just a matter of getting the final data sets in, and I think that should go pretty quickly. We ran through the 7 studies to date in about a week or so because we had a lot of time to set up for this. And as Andrew said, the thing that was holding it up was the MTA agreement. So we were ready to go, and then we got all the data and put it through. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this pretty quickly. That's about all I have.